There we go. I don't know why the new OBS audio thing, I clicked on unmute and on my mic and it wasn't working for a second. Okay. Hello everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start off with another Pelupelu quest, and then we're going to head on over and do Hatching Tide. Now, before we get into... I need to actually press the right window. Before we actually get into the Pelupelu quest, I actually forgot to check on the shop last week, and the item that we unlocked here was actually the Pelu Pack. So I've been holding that in my inventory for 2 weeks because I forgot to actually show it last time. Anyway, let's go ahead and collect that, and then we'll head on over and pick up the next quest from Pelupelu. Now, you might notice that I'm playing White Mage, which is quite a stark contrast from Black Mage. That's because I got my Black Mage all the way up to level 100, and now I'm switching over to another class I don't really care for playing, which is White Mage. Because for healing, well, I've talked about healing just doesn't mesh with my brain for some reason. And so if I'm going to play a healer, I vastly prefer Scholar over White Mage. Just White Mage seems like really boring to me. Like, I can't really describe it other than that. Which I know people love their White Mage and love playing it, and they can't like wrap their head around Scholar, or they just find it too overly complex. But I mean, that's how I feel about healing in general, really. Anyway, let's quit dilly-dallying and talk with Pelupelu. First, let me go and check the audio real quick, because I thought it sounded slightly echoey when I was testing it earlier. Well, it's definitely a little bit loud, so maybe I'll undo that little change that I did. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, now that I'm actually doing a recording, it's just slightly loud. Yeah, let's just turn that down like this. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Pelupelu and get started. A guest from across the salt. Pelupelu has the look of a satisfied Pelu. Now, I believe this is the second to last one, and that there's still one more afterwards. Brilliant, good to see you. Have you heard? The new eatery is a roaring success. That's right, I think it was last time, we ended up going and finding the bandit that helped kidnap Wooklamot during main MSQ. I forget what his name is. Every time, because I've done several quests to go and like talk to him over there, but I haven't. I forgot his name. I'm sure we'll talk to him at some point in this quest. Yeah, Wakessa, that's his name. It seems Wakessa's time as a cook in Shaloni exposed him to all kinds of cuisines. The young fellow is both surprisingly skilled and commands an impressive repertoire. His comrades, too, have proven worthwhile additions, having taken well to guide work. Besides that, there's been an interesting development. You remember Sia, the Wing of Reflection representative, don't you? Our very first customer. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Maybe that's the person that was in the quest, the picture for the quest. Well, we were discussing my initiative to support former outlaws, and all of a sudden, he tells me there was something he wished to discuss in person. He's on his way to Dokpoga as we speak. I hope you can join me for the discussion. He ought to be here any moment now. By any moment now, you mean let's start the cutscene. I guess I vaguely remember him. Thank you for setting aside the time to meet with me. Sia, it's wonderful to see you again. Haha, see you again. You seem in fine fettle indeed. Likewise, it's heartening to see you and the business doing so well. The strides you've made since my first visit are remarkable. Your expansion into upstream Kazunauka with flying punities was quite the feat, and your decision to employ former bandits has done much for the wider community. A superb achievement. Know that my colleagues back in Tululol are equally impressed. Last time I was here, I spoke of our position on tourism and foreign relations. It is with regard to this that the Wing of Reflection would seek your assistance. Or are they gonna be like a cultural ambassador or something? But of course, my inner abacus is clacking away, and it's urging me to do everything I can to support you. We'd love nothing more than to show foreign guests the delights Tyrol has to offer. Although visitors from overseas are still few and far between, what exactly would you have us do? You're aware that Tuliolol recently entered into an alliance with Radzatan. As it so happens, we've received a visitor from the city-state. When we told her about the Trolley Travel Agency, she expressed an interest in experiencing the region for herself. Would you be willing to provide one of your tours? Is it going to be someone we know, or is it going to just be someone random? It'll be our pleasure. Fortunately, we have a slot available. Excellent. The visitor's name is Rasavbat. There's an F there. She's of the Ara people. She's of the Ara, a people known for their curved horns and ornate scales. I should also mention that she's an alchemist by trade. I shall return to Tuliolol and inform her of the plan at once. I'll procure an alpaca porter for her journey. If you could attend her when she arrives, I'd be much obliged. We'll be ready and waiting. Alright, looks like we get a... I guess that did look like an alchemist in the, in that preview image. It should... yeah, this does look like an alchemist. Alright, Pelupelu, we gonna get ready? To think the Wing of Reflection would entrust us with the nation's honored guest. What better way to promote Tyrol as a premier tourist destination? We wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for you and all our hard-working staff, but mostly me. Now then, we can't leave anything to chance. We'll need to be fully prepared for Rasavbat's arrival. I don't suppose you've visited Radzatan. Well, maybe I have. I'd like to learn as much as I can about our guests' homeland. Well, they like very spicy food. No, wait, that was just 0. Of course, I needn't have asked. I'm not surprised in the least that our special advisor has traveled so far and wide. From what I've heard, the climate of Thavnair is similar to that of Kazumauka, so I presume our guest will not be overwhelmed by the heat and humidity. My primary concern is the local cuisine. Well, I just happen to know about that. Would you mind speaking with Wakesa and sharing your knowledge of Honish fare with him? It may inspire him to prepare a suitable menu. Well, they like very spicy food. And not that kind of spicy. Not like taco spicy. Alright, Wakesa. I need you to make a special dish. Ah, hey there. Anything I can help you with? Yeah, we have a special person coming. We need you to make some special food for them. It's an honor to welcome a guest from across the salt. Putting together a menu to suit their tastes ought to make for a fun challenge. So, what might one find on the dinner table at Radzatan? Dishes with plenty of fruit. Honish spirits are renowned by one and all. Wouldn't be a meal without a drop or two. Searingly spicy food and lots of it. I don't know which one would be the correct answer. Let's go with searing food because I was joking about hot food here. Food that packs a spicy punch, huh? In that case, the Moblin's flavorful cuisine might be better received than the more subdued Hanu fare. In any event, I'll whip up a meal that puts local flavors front and center, and work in a few flourishes to suit our guests. Let Pelupelu know I've got this covered. Sounds good. And cutscene. And suddenly it's night. Oh, there she is. Welcome to Kazuma Uka. Rasavbot, I presume. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Pelupelu, the founder of the Trolley Travel Agency. I'll be your tour guide. Thank you for accommodating me at such short notice. I am Rasavbot, yes, and I represent the High Crucible of Alchemia. Alchemia, Ratzed Han's state-sponsored alchemical workshop. Oh, you're Brilliant, aren't you? What a coincidence. I honestly forget if we've met her before. I don't think we have. Forgive me, you must not remember. I'm one of the alchemists you met at the Great Work. My associates and I, examined your friend Estinian. Oh yeah, poor guy. Oh, she was there. I guess they just wanted to grab one of the alchemists there to get a little bit of a connection. Also, her monocle has like a dragon wing on it, which is interesting. Ah, I see you know each other. Yeah, kinda, except she was in like one cutscene. Well, I think it's a little more one-sided than each other suggests. The people of Ratzed Han, no, all of Fafnir and beyond, owe a great debt of gratitude to Brilliant. Yes, they do. Well, actually, I guess everyone in this universe does. The same goes for us. The same goes for all of us here in the Trolley Travel Agency. She's done so much to support our enterprise, not to mention the nation at large. Incredible! Fate certainly works in mysterious ways. Well, I mean, I am the protagonist, so... I couldn't agree more. Seeing as how the two of you are already acquainted, perhaps you'd care to join us on the tour. I thought I was already coming. Of course, she'll have her own personal protector, if you insist. Of course. Since my character literally can't say no. Wonderful! Allow me to escort you to your room, Rasavbot. I'm sure you'll want to unpack your belongings. Wait, how long is she staying here? Would you mind waiting here? We'll be back in no time. I mean, I can't leave this cutscene, so... I can't wait to see what Kazuma Uka has to offer. This is going to be marvelous! I'm sure it will. Am I just gonna have to wait at the destination now? Yes, I am. Let's wait. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting. And another cutscene. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get going, shall we? She seems very excited. Okay, we don't have to go from destination to destination. I guess they realized that would have been a little bit much. Oh yes, they're Wicker Man, and there isn't anyone inside, trust me. Well, that's not what a Wicker Man is. This is actually to worship their god or whatever, right? Now we get to eat the special food. I know the food isn't super detailed in this, but like every single time I see the spread, I'm like, man, I'm hungry. And now we get to spot a fishing, right? Or is this the town? Oh no, there's flying punity. Okay, that's where we are. We're in the back area with the punities. Still wild that they actually have flying punities. And again, they had flying pigs in earlier expansions. Ah, yes, I forgot his name. Bonjantine. I forgot he became a Podsworn, didn't he? Right, that was our task for the Rite of Succession. And now I get to hold Ihihana for some reason. Well, that was fun. Is there anything more to this? Okay, yeah, good. There's a little bit more to do. Right, see ya? Also, where did you come from? Marsabot's satisfaction is writ plain upon her face, well, that's for sure. I'm deeply indebted to the agency and all its hard-working staff. Right, Marsabot? You're having fun? What a splendid place. Yeah, but it's very reedy. Right, Liplu? I'm so relieved everything went off without a hitch. And who'd have thought we'd get to watch the Hanu rehearsing for the next Ihihana. I can only hope Rasavat enjoyed her experience as much as I believe she did. Oh, I'm sure she did. Especially since I think she just said she did. I want to thank you all for everything you've done. This was a true delight. The climate may be similar to that of Thavnair, but the native flora has been a sight to behold. Speaking as an alchemist, there were so many intriguing specimens, such potential. Don't let them around. Yeah, we've seen the alchemists are a bit crazy, so you might want to be careful about what she considers a specimen. Ask Estinian for more information. And the people and their culture. It was fascinating to learn how the Hanu use reed-woven floats to channel their magics during rites and rituals, which they had completely forgotten about until we revived the ritual. Oh, and the punities were simply adorable. This will all make for a very engaging account when I report back to Vitra. Our two nations may have forged an alliance, but the ink has barely begun to dry on the parchment. Indeed, it was thanks to the efforts of the Scions that the agreement was reached at all. It would be presumptuous to claim that Tuliolol and Razadhan truly understand one another yet. Which is why the satrap sent me, to explore the potential for other mutually beneficial agreements, and to confirm the friendship between our nations will stand the test of time. The Hanu and their unique magical traditions, the plant specimens you spoke of, you think this knowledge would benefit Razadhan? Apparently. If we're able to maintain relations and encourage the flow of people between our two nations, Razadhan stands to gain a great deal. Of that, I'm certain. Besides, There's so much more I wish to learn about this land. I plan on spending the rest of my time here doing just that. Wonderful, simply wonderful. When you return to Radz-at-Han, I hope you let everyone know what a great place Kazuma Uka is to visit. Or better yet, the whole of Troll. I definitely will. Well, I suppose we should head back to the agency. Yes, we should. So is that gonna be the whole quest? Probably. I don't really see us doing anything more. Yep, and for some reason it didn't teleport me back. Oh well, let's teleport back. And wrap this one up, and I'll make sure to check the store this time. Won't forget like I did last time. Alright, Pelupelu, there they are. Like to Pelupelu, then see ya. You just leave the rest to us. We'll make sure the remainder of Rasabot's stay is truly unforgettable. Rasabot is resting in her quarters. I must say, I'm relieved the tour ended without incident. Thank you for everything you've done. For our visiting alchemist, I dare say Kazuma Uka's vegetation seemed like a veritable cornucopia. Well, I'm sure it was, considering how crazy the alchemists are. Any discoveries made via the Alliance will benefit Tuliolol as much as Radz-at-Han. Indeed, this type of exchange is precisely what the Ring of Reflection had hoped for. I shall make my proposal to Dawn Servant Kuana as soon as I return to the capital. There's no doubt in my mind. The tourism industry deserves our official backing, and once we may offer it, we shall have a commemorative monument erected to make this clear to one and all. Okay, so that'll be what the last quest is. Getting the promotion from the government and the whatever statue he's talking about here. Your support means a great deal, but I can't understate the role Brillian and the people of Kazuma Uka had to play in our success. Yeah, you better not downplay it. Their happiness is just as important to me. The pell we earn must serve to enrich the community, which is why I can't rest on my laurels for even a moment. Now, as long as I get my reward, I don't really care about the laurels you're talking about. Oh, okay, I guess that's not what the last quest is. Is this the last? I don't think this is the last quest. Let's see. Guest from across the salt. Okay, yeah, this is the second. There is one more after this. I don't know what that's going to end up being. Probably just another tour, or is there going to be more with Tuliolol? Not Tuliolol. Radz-at-Han. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even notice that area over there. And this place has been built up a lot. Thanks to the travails of Pelupelu and her associates, the Trolley Travel Agency is on the cusp of receiving official backing from the Ring of Reflection. The future is bright for Troll's incipient tourism industry, with the Pelu principle of mutually beneficial trade underpinning the endeavor. Where tourists tread, happiness is soon to follow. Well, that's great. They've certainly built up a lot since we started. Trolley Travel Agency, reputation up. Your reputation is now increased to Sworn. You have achieved Sworn reputation with the Trolley Travel Agency. Be able to experience it. Well, yeah. Access wider selection of stuff from Pavli. Let's not forget that this time. Extra special advisor. Yep, that's me. Let's go ahead and talk to Pavli over here and see what we unlocked. Let's see. We got the Pelu pack. Oh, okay, the framework kit. That's right. And I think yeah, that's all there is for that. Go ahead and collect that. And now let's head on over to Gridania, or yeah, it's probably Gridania. Let me go ahead and double check it. Yes, it's always Gridania because that's where that's where they have the event. I'm gonna teleport to my apartment real quick to get a slightly cheaper teleport. Yeah, let me go ahead and switch over. I just realized I had the Hatching Tide one on instead of Pelupelu. Go ahead and change that over. Then start the Hatching Tide timer for my time tracking. Okay, and then I can just teleport over to Gridania for 70 gil. Real cheap. And then for the sake of my sanity, again, I'm going to go ahead and check the audio just to make sure that it isn't like ridiculously terrible. Yeah, it sounds good. Alright, time to start up Hatching Tide. We started over at this stylish streamer. And this actually is the same person that we do that's been doing the Hatching Tide event for years. It's just normally she's wearing her goofy egg hat or whatever. Also, I think she does have a different dress. I think she normally has more of a tighter, or not dress, skirt on. But basically, where the gimmick for this event is the glasses. And in the promotional thing, they actually have like Yana and a couple other, and like Honeybee Lovely in the banner. But I'm fairly confident they're not going to show up. Maybe they will at the end, like if you've done the Arcadian, because obviously they're not here right now. But let's stop talking and get questing. Talk to the stylish streamer, whose name is like Jilly Aliapo or something. I'm sure she'll reintroduce herself. Of weeds and whimsy. Of weeds and whimsy. A stylish dreamer is smiling at you. Already, your day has improved. But yeah, cat girl's smiling at me. Of course my day's gonna get improved. The only way to get any better is if it was a bun girl. Come one, come all. For the happy season of Hatching Tide is upon us once more. And what an excellent season it is! A pleasure to meet you, oh no, we know who she is. I literally just said her name. That's the spirit. Yeah, there you go. That's her name. Yeah, Jilly Aliapo. She's the one that always does it. That's the spirit. How lovely to see you again, Brilliant. You remember me, yes? It's Jilly Aliapo. Come with another vision to share. This year, I dreamed of marvelous golden eggs rising from curious flora. As we speak, our dreamers are hiding eggs in the black shroud for participants to lift from the shrubbery, thereby reenacting my dream. Successful seekers will be awarded with very stylish glasses. Very stylish indeed. You'd almost say that they were excellent. Although no little time has passed since I've had word from not. Oh yeah, she's the Lala that's usually with her. Nonota, who was organizing the operation. I cannot help but worry something has gone awry. If only I could go and find her myself. But alas, I have duties to attend to here. Would you go in my stead, Brilliant? Of course, Brilliant. Perhaps you would be so kind as to seek Nonota out in my stead. Literally what I just said. Leave it to me. Thank you. I hope she has returned to Gridania safely. It would be worth checking the Aetheryte Plaza before venturing further afield. She too is wearing a pair of our thematic glasses. Hers in the shape of a chicken? Okay. Go and talk to Julia once more, and then we'll go look for Nonota. Were her spectacles created before mine, you ask? Well, it's a chicken and the egg problem. Well, I'm uncertain as to whether the chicken preceded the egg. Minota chose the former. I would choose to check the Aetheryte Plaza for her before searching elsewhere. Sounds good. Let's head on over to the Aetheryte Plaza. Now, this event, what did we do last year for the event? I honestly forgot. I feel like it was something really short. Like, surprisingly short. Anyway, where are you, Nota? Well, I think you're over by the quest marker. Oh yeah, she's not wearing her, she usually wears her egg thing as well. Also, she's also wearing a different skirt. But I see she is being preoccupied by a bespectacled Ellison. A bespectacled. That's slightly different. How delightful. Why are you saying that about Alala? My classes, they are a prize for participating in this year's Hatching Tide festivities, but... Marvelous! I chased a leafy beast and discovered a most fortuitous chicken. But for now, I must away. I look forward to these Hatching Tide festivities, these springtime delights. Sure? Oh, hello, Brilliant. A happy Hatching Tide to you. How can I be of service? Well, you see, Jilly's looking for you. She's worried. Jilly sent you? I suppose I have been gone for a while, but I've been having trouble hiding our eggs in the arena. As I was working, these tall, thick grasses suddenly sprung forth. I tried to trim them back, but not even my biggest garden scythe could make the smallest impression. At best, I managed to snip a couple leaves. Now, I cannot help but worry that our arena is carpeted not by typical brambles, but a variety of leafkin. We can hardly send our egg hunters into a nest of monsters. Oh, what to do? Well, I mean, I have this giant axe on my back. Maybe I could make use of that. You would help? A godsend, truly. Then let us start by gathering information about this particular plant. Though I know adventurers generally prefer to slay monsters first and ask questions later, well, that's for sure. I shall head for the Botanist Guild. In the meantime, if you could ask around the Carline Canopy regarding the strange specimen, I would greatly appreciate it. Sure thing. Here, take one of the leaves I managed to salvage. Let us reconvene at the Aetheryte Plaza once we have gathered what information we can. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and check out the Carline Canopy. Maybe we can see Mother Meonia. Maybe she'll know something. Alright, Mother. Oh, nope, I guess I gotta go speak to the barmaid, or barman. Welcome to the Carline Canopy. If there is any way I might be of service, you need only ask. Have you seen this leaf? Well, I am well versed in the leaves steeped for myriad teas. My knowledge can offer no insight on this particular specimen. My apologies. However, we did have a guest come in search of strange leafkin just moments ago. An Ellison gentleman wearing shaded spectacles. He introduced himself as an alchemist specializing in the study of wild beasts. Well, he did seem somewhat eccentric. Perhaps an expert of his standing might offer the assistance you require. I believe he said he was bound for Old Gridania. Should you desire to seek him out. Right, that was obviously the guy that we saw before. But apparently we have to talk to everyone else before we go and find him. How would you leave maid assistant? Greetings, adventurer. Have you come seeking a contract? Nope. Have you seen this leaf? Now you have. This leaf. I dare say it comes from some variety of flytrap. We often receive petitions regarding roselets, but I don't believe I've seen leafkin of this particular shade of green. Curious, right? It seemed pretty bright green. Not like a normal, like, natural, leafy green, pardon the pun. Just as typical plant life flourishes during this season, so too do leafkin. I would not be surprised if some aberrant strain had developed in the process. If you require assistance in culling it, do not hesitate to ask, as long as I don't have to pay for a contract. Isn't there someone else here? Oh, there they are. How about you, breezy adventurer? Maybe you want to pull up your pants a bit. Hey there, beautiful. I think we're done here. You looking to hire? I'm good for a lance. I'm good with a lance. And I'm good with an axe. Have you seen this leaf? Oh, I recognize this. While a swarm of this leafkin was crowding a little corner of the Black Shroud just the other day. Never seen anything quite like it, so tried giving it a poke. But would you believe it? The leaves and flowers just kept growing back. Easy as you please. What? Easy as you please? Is that like... That doesn't make sense. Eventually, I just gave up. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's feeling impotent. You're gonna feel really impotent when I turn you down at that really stupid, beautiful comment. Anyway, let's make sure to get away from him. I might not be forced to use my axe if I don't. Alright, let's meet back up with Nonota and tell her what we found out. Hello, Nonota. Got some good information for you. You're back! Perfect timing! According to the folks at the Botanist Guild, the leaf belongs to a type of highly durable leafkin. So durable, in fact, that the pieces you and I possess are apparently still very much alive. What did you discover? So others have been similarly unsuccessful in cutting them back. In which case, developing an alternative strategy does seem in order. The alchemist you mentioned seems like a good lead, don't you think? An Elysian with shaded spectacles. Perhaps that was the fellow with whom I was speaking earlier. He did say something about chasing a leafy beast after all. Let's head over and see if we can't find him. Sounds good to me. Go ahead and teleport back over to Old Gridania. See if we can find our shaded, shaded spectacled. Oh yeah, I think there's like something I can buy from the achievement certificate, guys. Maybe I'll stop and check that vendor real quick. Still find it funny that Aenor and Hoary Boulder's brother are over there. Alright, looks like he's over here where Yishtola's sister is. Ah, Nonota, looks like you have found our bespeckled Elysian. I keep on saying bespeckled, it's bespectacled. Here he is, the gentleman who asked about my glasses. Hello, bespectacled Elysian. Oh ho ho! The fortuitous chicken has found me again. I'm a rabbit. What are you talking about? Along with a lady of adventure. Well, I guess he got that part right. Oh right, she's the chicken, right? Yes, that sounds like me. Ravenous for leafkin, large and small. The wayfaring alchemist, Hair Baron, at your service. Have you seen this leaf? Because now you have. What? Why, this is the very leaf I've been pursuing for moons upon moons. Moons upon moons upon moons upon moons. That is to say, if you're seeking assistance in combating this menace, I would be happy to help. We would be much obliged. As an alchemist, would you say that some sort of concoction might be effected against this creature? Oh ho ho! Doubt you not the efficacy of my concoctions, little chicken. With this aberrant leaf in his possession, Harbin the Great can finally realize his purpose for traveling to the Twelveswood. Can finally seize this quarry by the stalk and wrestle it into submission. Bro, calm down. Maybe you should get something to eat first. But my enthusiasm overcomes me. You see, as I was poring over Leafkin of this very persuasion, my eyeballs were subjected to quite a piece of mischief. Since then, they burn like all 7 hells if exposed to sunlight, wind, or most anything. So long as I wear these tinted lenses, I can remain upright and free of blinding pain and nausea for several bells at a time. Quite long enough to brew a tincture that shall spare you both a similar fate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have ingredients to procure from the shaded bower. Can't you just use eye drops, or whatever the ARR item that they never use anymore? Oh, wait! Allow me to foot the bill! Are you offering this? Alright, I guess we gotta head back to the canopy? Nope, we gotta go over there. Let me go ahead and talk to this guy first, because I think there's some newer stuff that I haven't bought yet. Just real quick. Okay, yeah, I have all 3 of these in the thing already. Yeah, exclusive extras. Okay, others. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of facial stuff that I haven't bought yet. Because they added this at some point. I don't know when they added it. Then that's for the swimsuit, I think. So any new minions? Already got Greg. Inquire Within. I might want to get that eventually. Oh, there we go. Some more Orchestrion Scrolls. Okay, let me go ahead and collect all these, and then we'll get back to the case. Oh wait, no, this isn't Hildebrand. It's always so annoying how there's such a long delay, even after, Sir. Yeah, there's such a long delay before you can collect another item. There we go. Alright, let's head on over to the markets. And see if we can help our bespectacled Elizan out. I already forgot his name is like Heron something. I think it'd be faster for me to do the Aetherite, yeah. Let's teleport on over there. Yeah, he's got to make that tincture so that we don't get blinded like he was. By the time I caught up to him, he had almost finished his shopping. I'll just reimburse him for everything. Ah ha 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 ha! Just the bare sight of the leaf has imbued me with untold mercantile stamina. Like lightning flashed my gill, and like mountain grew my spoils. Sir? Now then, I must gather my thoughts. The leafkin in question is a troublesome strain of flytrap possessed of vitality so great that it sprouts forth with abundance from the very spot it has been shown. Oh, so it's a hydra? Therefore, by thwarting its regenerative properties, we may cut this terror down to size, not only in the metaphorical sense, but the literal. Sir? You two have living pieces of its tender floral flesh, that's a way of putting it. Combined with my chosen ingredients, they should yield a distillation that will forestall the creature's recovery. The effects will be temporary, but a skilled hand needs only a few moments, no? Soak your scythe in Hairburn's bane, and mow with all your might. Well, I do have a giant axe. That sounds like more like a botanist's job. What wonderful news! Can you imagine if the creature were only susceptible to fire? An egg hunt through a field of ash is hardly what Jilly dreamed of. Fire? Heavens forfend, my dear chicken. The neck of snipping in itself is transcendent communication. Or so they say. What? What are you talking about? To inhale the life breath of the forest. To welcome within one's heart the bounties of the land. To occasionally have one's eyes squirted with burning venom. Sure. These are the experiences we live for. Right. Not to mention all the free samples of plant life to be gained along the way. I see. Were I not liable to keel over at any moment, I would like nothing better than to slice the shrubbery by your side. However, I have every confidence that a brave adventurer such as yourself will succeed where I have failed. Yeah. Now, let us commence. Might make me the happiest man in the realm, and bestow upon me your leaves. Let's phrase that a bit differently, please. What is he hammering? Shouldn't that be the alchemist sounds? Just as oil dissolves oil, the extracts from this leaf shall counteract their own regenerative properties? Right. Whereby this should be brought thusly, and that should be, yes, from all angles may this scythe strike true. Okay, right, he's putting the stuff on the scythe. Also, this is not him. Oh my. Be really funny if you get that as Reaper Glam. And he died. Well, not my problem. Ugh, I offer up my masterpiece, my soul, my well-lubricated garden scythe. Sir, are you alright? In your hands, may it hack away our hardships. Prepare to meet the Reaper. No, I'm a warrior. You can leave the rest to me. Exterminate. Sure. Yeah, prepare to meet the Reaper, sure. Now that our garden scythe is equipped to cut back the fly traps, you're one step closer to reclaiming our arena. Rest assured, your efforts will be rewarded with exclusive Hatching Tide gifts, but do take care to avoid any squirting venom. Well, that's why I wear these glasses. Harabin the Upright, because he got up, would like to join this sortie to observe the effects of his alchemical miracle, insofar as they can be observed with a scalded. It's not scab. I was reading scab for some reason. Scalded eyeballs. Of course, let us watch Beryllian's work from a safe distance. Our arena is a fair walk from here, so I will have the Dreamers arrange for a chocobo carriage. Come and find me when you are ready to depart. Sounds good? Alright, let's head on out there. Apparently it's over. Okay, apparently it's over. We have to go over by the amphitheater. I thought we were actually gonna have to leave. I thought we were actually gonna have to leave and go somewhere in the shroud. Oh, I cannot wait to see those beautiful fronds fall like rain beneath your blade. Sure. With Nanata's blessing, we shall bear you to the arena on a moment's notice. Alright, Nanata, I'd like your blessing. No, not like that. Ready to clear our arena of troublesome sprigs and stalks? Just say the word, and an egg usher will whisk us away. Is this gonna be another instance? Like, oh yeah, okay, they are doing another instance. They did that for the Valentine's event as well. You now participate in spring cleaning. Wield the special garden scythe to slay troublesome traps and retrieve Archon eggs. All classes and jobs are eligible to spring cleaning. Speak with the egg usher in the MK Amphitheater or Acorn Archer to travel to the arena. Sounds good. Let's queue on up. When you are ready, I shall escort you to the egg arena. If I may provide any further assistance, do not hesitate to let me know. In order to continue this quest, you must clear 4 stages of spring cleaning. You may learn about spring cleaning. Yeah. Let's participate. We don't need to learn. We can figure it out on the fly. Okay, it's a single instance. Let's see. We got AoE, a dash, and okay, well, this is a dash, so let's try this. Is this an AoE? Yes, it is. It looks like I have to build up a meter for that one. Oh, okay, apparently I keep going. Okay, I gotta apparently accumulate a resource for that. Go ahead and dash through here. Get all that, and then dash through all these. And I think I missed a couple. Whoops. There we go. Shrubbery has been defeated. Onward. Yeah, I can definitely do this better if I, position myself a bit better. Let's dash through all these. And get this one. There we go. Yeah, now I have this one, whatever it does. I guess this is going to be a big attack. This is the last area we need trimmed. Okay, so if I stand right in the center here and unleash this, will it do everything? Yes, it does. Great. I can definitely get a higher score on that. But looks like I got 10 of the eggs. I'll need to see how much of the current... I assume that's the currency we use to spend on the, whatever they're called. The stuff that we can buy in the shop. I'll need to see how many we actually need. What glory! In my mind's eye, I can still see the arc of your scythe. The crisp shredding of the leaves. Well, that's why they call me Shredder, right? Magnificent work! Thanks to you, our Hatching Tide participants may search for eggs in safety and comfort. Indeed! My alchemical solution extended even my own expectations. You have delivered me a vision. You have delivered me a vision, a dream. Not to mention sprigs of a most troublesome trap. How shall I probe? How I shall stare? How I shall probe? How I shall stare? All without risk to what remains of my vision. Whoa. Thanks. Well, I'm glad he seems pleased with the results. Go ahead and tell Jilly that our egg hunt may proceed as scheduled. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, it was quite a leafy situation. Our arena was filled with leafkin. No wonder preparations were taking longer than expected. I'm glad to hear the issue has been resolved and that everyone emerged unscathed, well, except the leaves, of course. Not only did Brilliant clean up those sprigs and sprouts, she also managed to retrieve what eggs were lost to the foliage. We should be ready to hide the eggs anew and begin the festivities. I would like to thank the alchemist who was so crucial to the operation. Do you think Master Hairburn is still in Gridania? I mean, maybe. Eureka! You alright, bro? The man himself. You sound, cheerful? Fair chicken! Cheerful does not describe the half of my mood. For Hairburn, the peerless, weren't you the upright before? Has made a discovery of the ages. From the leafkin samples you provided me, I was able to concoct a regenerative ointment for my poor blistered eyeballs. I am cured! Good for you. My habit of sticking my face too close to my object of study has, at long last, served me well. Okay. For where once venom splashed, so too did an antidote. Can you imagine how else we might manipulate the properties of these fantastic creatures? We can develop cures upon cures, devise agents upon agents. Sure. We are witnesses to the golden age of alchemy, rising resplendent from the fields of fell leafkin. You might want to calm down a little bit, bro. Goodness, that must be what the egg in my dreams represented. Jilly, don't encourage him. The bright hopes for the future that this discovery portends. Yeah. So it was you, my oval comrades, who spoke of destiny. Oh no, he's talking to the eggs now. Had I but listened, alas, Herberin has been a fool. Well, that's for sure. But no longer. I shall hereby heed the wisdom of egg. The wisdom of egg. Capital E. And continue my work with full faculties, all thanks to you. You seem to possess a great appreciation for the spirit of Hatching Tide, and also a pair of our promotional glasses. Oh, these I wear not for protection against the elements, but as a reminder of the catalyst that changed my fate forevermore. And now he's dancing. It does me proud to see how Hatching Tide brings joy to one and all, and maybe a little bit of insanity. And our celebrations have but scarcely begun. Brilliant. Please accept these glasses as a token of our appreciation. You have more than earned them. Yeah, I'd more than earned them. Our dreamers will continue patrols of the arena, but we may well need some further trimming. Your assistance would be most appreciated, and rewarded with special Hatching Tide gifts. Yeah, I'll go ahead and check the shop and see how many of the currency we need in order to buy everything. Oh no, she's dancing too. So I got 10 from one round. I'll need to see if that's enough to buy everything I want. Alright, looks like we get the excellent glasses and some other glasses that I don't know. Party eggy glasses eyewear. Is that the chicken one, or do we buy the chicken one from the store? You can participate in spring cleaning as many times as you wish by speaking to the egg ushers in MK Amphitheater or the Acorn Orchard. Race against the clock as you slash your way through endless stages of shrubbery and aim for the highest possible score. The highest score possible. You may earn special brilliant eggs by completing spring cleaning, special brilliance branded to the Dreamer, and the MK Amphitheater for gear and items. Okay, we'll go ahead and check them out and see what they have for sale. Once we go ahead and talk to Jilly and Anata here. Oh, Springtime Delights, that's what the achievement is. So the golden eggs in my dream represented a golden age of alchemy. We could never have made Hatching Tide possible without you, Brillian. Thank you so much. I've never seen a trimming quite so thorough or stylish. You really showed us the true spirit of an adventurer. Yes, I did. Now let's go ahead and find that shop. Oh, I guess it's the Dreamer right here. Hold on. I feel well. This is one of the outfits from one of the previous ones, and I'm guessing. I guess the chicken one was too. Anyway, let's go ahead and check on the Dreamer and see what they have for sale. Okay, I'm gonna need to grind this a little bit. That shouldn't be too hard though. If I get 10 each, obviously I'm not gonna do that right now. And I guess those egg baskets might be interesting. Yeah, I need a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, 200 eggs. Okay, I'll go ahead and grind those out later. Is there any other interesting person to talk to besides these people? No, I guess not. Maybe these people are from previous parts, but I just don't remember them. All right, I guess that's all for tonight. I guess that's all for now. Also, there's Godbert. Hello, sir. He's very festive. Does he have the glasses on? Yeah, he has the glasses and his normal glasses as well. Let's see. Let's look around a little bit more, see if I can find someone else that's interesting. No, I don't see anyone. Okay. That's gonna be all for today. Whoop, that's a little too close. We got through another one of the Pelupelu quests, and we finished up a Hatching Tide event. And again, I'll go and grind out the eggs off stream. Just because, if it's literally just gonna be that, just like doing the puzzle for trying to get them as fast as possible, then like that's just gonna be really repetitive. I don't really feel like doing that. Actually, I just don't feel like doing it right now, to be honest. So I'm gonna try and start getting editing on the Hatching Tide so I can get a video up on Monday. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. Hope you had a good time. Until next time, goodbye.